Time to feed these hungry Steam Deck fans. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Another beautiful day or night. Yup. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. Alright, listen to this. This is for you AMD fans. AMD aims to catch up to Nvidia Dlss with neural super sampling. The company wants to handle upscaling and denosing with a single AI model. Says something to look forward to thanks to its Dlss tech, which has become something of a gold standard. Nvidia has always led the charge when it comes to upscaling and denosing techniques for boosting performance and demands ray trace game scenes, but AMD hasn't been sitting idle. Team Red has steadily improved its own FSR upscaling tech, and according to a new official blog, the company is taking things to the next level. The latest FSR 3.1 release this year brought significantly improved stability over previous version. However, there's still room for improvement with denosing path trace frames. Path tracing, which uses ray trace for all lighting calculation, is hugely computationally intensive. To achieve real-time path tracing performance, the number of lights ray sample calculated per pixel has to be drastically lowered. There's just one shortcoming. It introduced noise in the form of incomplete illumination data that needs to be cleaned up. We've already seen how well Nvidia Dlss handle games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Alan Wake 2 with path trace enabled, thanks to its technique like our ray reconstruction to remove sampling noise. Meanwhile, AMD seems to rely more on game integrated denoser, which do a satisfactory job but can't match Nvidia's AI powered prowess. That's because unlike Dlss, FSR does not rely on AI or machine learning. Instead, it uses a combination of spatial and temporal upscaling. It says that may change soon based on a recent AMD post. It says the company's current research efforts are centered around enabling real-time path tracing on its RDNA GPU architecture using AI neural network. Specifically, the innovation AMD is working on is a single neural network model that combines upscaling and denosing into one step, simultaneously reconstructing complete scene details while also removing noise. And then it says, we are actively reaching neural techniques for Monte Carlo denosing with the goal of moving towards real-time path tracing on RDNA GPU. Note, the goal is to enable a neural super sampling and denosing techniques which generates high quality denose and super sampling image at higher display resolution than rendered resolution for real-time path tracing with a single neural network. Then it says there's no indication of when we can expect this technology to come out. It's also unclear if it will work across all RDNA generation or just on future RDNA 4s and new GPUs. The most likely scenario is that the neural denosing magic may be part of FSR 4 release, perhaps in even a limited form. Also unknown is exactly how AMD plans to implementing it. So far, FSR biggest selling point has been its universal compatibility, but this could change if the future requires specific RDNA hardware. Nonetheless, if it all pans out, a future version of FSR could help AMD finally catch up to Nvidia Dlss. And that is the end of the article. And we got 6 comments from the debaters. Let's see what they're talking about here. Let's see, Raz said this. Here is a simple solution. Make mostly the same. I bought they're going to throw away years of development, but only require AMD hardware for quality settings. That or just have a soft on and off switch, which it will take advantage of RDNA acceleration if an AMD card is detected. Huh? And then Kiwi said this, given we are not even close to real-time ray tracing in any STD scenes, one of the pitfalls of current capitalistic practice is limiting access of others and different solution. Unless the tech is so essential it has to be made available for reasonable fees. We have all seen the rise of patent trolls whose sole desire is max greed. Anyway, it's a shame AMD and Nvidia can't work together more. Maybe they do. Microsoft, Apple, Google seems to mostly be able to work out deals. Yes, I know not directly complete as much. They have to oversee the whole system, and they all have a huge patent chest. I suppose it's up to Microsoft to set the SDDS, but they are bringing their own solution to things like AI upscaling. That is true. And then Manoa said this, seriously now? Years after Nvidia already stole all the market? That's a joke, right? Question mark. And then Birdie said this, welcome to 2018. Maybe some good progress will come of this. I really enjoy Cyberpunk with path tracing. The lighting not only looks amazing and gives off a lot of scenes a very realistic feel, it's pretty unflappable as well. Places where normal fake lighting fails, and then it says in parentheses, been in an alleyway, under stairs, any reflective materials, close parentheses. Path tracing just doesn't get anything wrong purely due to how it works. Would be great to finally start bringing some serious path tracing chops in the AMD camp. Next gen consoles might be even able to handle it. That's another good point. Then it says, Dan said this, very happy with the info, planning to get a new AMG GPU next year, and just hope they will enable it on Linux as well without any delays. And who is this? Purple Dougie said this. Purple Dougie said this. AMD seems to rely more on game integrated denoisers, which do a satisfactory job but can't match Nvidia AI power prowess. That's because unlike Dlss, FSR does not rely on AI or machine learning. Then he says inaccurate. Fluid motion frames 2 and FSR 3.1 are AI/machine learning based. Fluid motion frames is superior to Dlss for now. Over 90 FPS in Cyberpunk 4K Max out on a 7600 XT with fluid motion frames 2. 30 FPS with it off. Threefold increase in performance. FMF2 is going to give a huge performance boost on consoles. Also on Steam Deck. The threefold increase with FMF2 is a massive deal. Yeah, you Steam Deck fans, you're spoiled. Anyway, yeah, so that's the end of the article with the 6 comments. So yeah, AMD is on the move, you know. They're busy. Yeah, so and path tracing is the path tracing and AI. Okay. Well, they're trying to stay competitive, you know, so they have to keep up, you know. They can't be like Intel, you know. So yeah, this was good. The Steam Deck benefits from this, by the way, when it comes to AMD. Whenever they come out with something new, you know the Steam Deck is getting some benefits from this. And by the way, I was looking for some other articles on the Steam Deck. But anyway, see, RDNA, what? FSR4? RDNA hardware? RDNA 4? Well, AMD is trying to stay on the heels of Nvidia, you know, and stay competitive in this market. You know? And that was a good move on their part to jump on the AI, so to go with the AI, because that's where Nvidia is right now. And speaking of Nvidia, they just replaced Intel on the Dow Jones, so yeah. So good move on AMD's part, to keep up with the times and keep up with the demands of video games and keep up with their consumers, so yeah. So we'll see how this path tracing and pans out with AI and also ray tracing. So yeah. But these 6 comments, man, there was a lot of meat to them too, from these viewers from Raz, and Kiwi, Moa, Manoa, Birdie, Dan, and Purple Dougie. Yeah. So AMD is on the move, man, and we'll see what they do in the days and weeks to come. Especially when next year kicks off too. Where does FSR4 plays in all this? Especially with AI too. So yeah. But other than that, you guys are good. News, deals, games, update, the usual. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy it. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, the Star Wars Star Trek thing, for Dark Side. Peace.